Flag?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Meeting minutes of the previous, you haven't had a chance to read that, have you? Missed it? You haven't had a chance to read it? Okay. Mary, you have anything?
She's
Okay.
first meeting.
Okay. Well, all right. Young ladies. What do we-
The tow truck situation.
Okay.
The sheriff's department told us that, yeah, you have the ordinance, but they can't do anything to enforce it because you guys don't have an agreement with the sheriff's department to enforce it. Because he has to have a tow truck there at all times in case he gets called out, even though he has storage 2 minutes away from his house. That's what we were told by the sheriff.
Okay.
I thought we had an agreement with the sheriff's department for
Mhm.
our ordinances.
All of our ordinances. That's the reason we had them here.
But we also have a weight level posted too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and when we called, to put it mildly, I know people would not be irritated if somebody bumped their cinder blocks, but he's doing it on, like, they're running into our property on purpose.
Yeah.
Which is why we called them. And when we called them not this last time, but to start off this last incident set, the officer that came out was very to the point, like, no, he's not supposed to have him parked there, he should not be destroying your property. You know, even if you're calling me 8 times a day and I'm coming out to give him tickets 8 times a day, then that's what I'll do. And then,
And the next time I talk to him,
yes,
that send sheriff, oh, we can't do anything because the town doesn't have an agreement with him.
he was very much like, pushed us off, it's not a problem, you just need to get over yourself, and was the attitude change?
Yeah.
And that's what he told us.
All right. So,
Razors.
gonna need to get hold of Brady Thomas and see.
Do we have an agreement? I mean, is that something?
That was
We
something
had
we had
given
talked
them all
about.
our ordinances when they moved in,
Mhm.
so they said if they had our ordinances, then they would enforce them.
Yes.
And I did give them a copy of the ordinance, and they have given that to the sheriff.
I did give a copy of that to the sheriff.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe we just need to contact them and update that, I'm not really sure.
Well, I was gonna say, I might contact him, see if we can, write an agreement.
Because since that last
Or
conversation with the
formalize
sheriff,
an agreement, yeah.
Yeah, a formalized agreement.
Isn't there, didn't we do a lease for, with the county, for the sheriffs to have the, use this facility?
We had an it's like we had an,
Yeah, what is that called?
Department?
Mike
interdepartment agreement, yeah,
Watson- Yeah,
between us.
Mike Watson was here to
Yeah.
discuss that, and yeah.
and since that last conversation with the sheriff, he's had a tow truck there parked, at least one parked there every day. He's thumbing his nose at us, thumbing his nose at the town, you know.
Okay.
And his daughter almost got hit the other day. She was playing out in the road on a skateboard, and a friend of mine went by and was going over by the post office and about hit the little girl, because she didn't see her. Because there's a freaking tow truck in the hole, you can't see.
What's your address? I need it for minutes, but I can't think of it.
116.
Thank you.
That person?
Yeah.
What about parking too close to the stop sign on blind forward?
I think we have that covered in the ordinance. You asked me exactly which ordinance it is.
Okay,
It's the one we passed earlier this year.
I was there and he had that orange line around, because I had stopped to talk to him about it. And he had
Measured.
measured the 30 feet and put an orange line around that he was not close enough to the stop sign. He was like 4 feet off. My problem with that stop sign is it is about 10 feet back from the intersection.
Intersection? Well, you know, there
It is
are
way-
stop signs, we can move it.
Well, that's, the last time it was moved, and I think Studebaker and me were talking about it, was when Randy, what was Randy's last name? Garmin. He said you weren't allowed to get on his property and you weren't moving.
Well, they're
and stuff
selling
like
it.
that. Okay, so I agree we should move it.
Yeah.
I think we should move it no matter what happens, because that stop sign is so far back, you can't see around the corner.
Yeah, you do.
Even with the vehicle,
Yeah.
not there.
And we've got so many school-age kids now in
Yes.
our little neighborhood that they play in that circle. You know, if somebody's gonna get hurt, and I know it was one of their kids that get hurt, because because you can't see at the stop sign because of their vehicles, they'd be the first person to sue whoever hit their kids.
Right.
She stated that
She
from
said, she
her
told us
account.
that, yeah, she told us that she would.
Okay.
Mr. Weber, I know you came in a couple minutes late, but just to catch you up on the conversation we're having, it was those tow trucks that we passed an ordinance about, where they're too close to the intersection. And when we, I wasn't here at the time, but when this office was, began being filled with the sheriff's department, the understanding that we had is that that there was a local agreement in which they, we handed them all of our ordinances and they enforced them for us. But we're being told now that they can't enforce them without an agreement. And I had a question about that. Number one is, do you know about the validity of that statement, or if in their absence, is it the town board, or do we need a town marshal to enforce those?
You're talking about civil ordinances that would involve issuing fines?
Traffic ordinance, but yeah.
Yeah. It's a town ordinance, and it does have fines in it, yes.
The county has never enforced ordinances of the town through the sheriff's department of any town.
Is that an agreement we could make with them, or is that an agreement?
They were
nobody would
doing
ever-
it previously
Yes.
when we had the
When we had the
issue.
dog issue and stuff, they
Yeah.
were following, citing them for the ordinance violations. So I guess that's my question, is if we write a letter to them,
If they're willing to do that,
It was part of
we have
the,
an interlocal agreement that they would be willing to do that. And yes, that would be possible.
okay,
But it depends on what things you want them to enforce. If they're traffic related, that's one thing, or parking related. You're certainly not gonna enforce, things that are not. You're not gonna enforce your sewer ordinance. You're not gonna
well, here's one for you.
those type of things.
Corey-
I don't know if they're gonna enforce your weed ordinance, your junk ordinance.
no.
I don't
Okay,
think they're gonna come in and do those things.
Corey had found that a vehicle was parked in front of one of our fire hydrants. Okay? Now, something like that, it's in our town, it's a safety violation. Is that something that they wouldn't do either?
I think that's a violation of Indiana code. You could call the sheriff's department and report that, and they could write a ticket for that.
Was the sheriff there?
They came out, and I think they just knocked on the door, and the guy
Oh,
had him move it.
Okay.
But yeah, if you have an agreement
And then it went back, yeah.
related to whatever your codes, I mean, there's not too many codes that a town or city may have. I mean, speeding is a state statute. Running a stop sign is a state statute.
Right.
Turning the wrong way on a red light is a state statute. There are some things, parking, for example. Parking regulation could be something that they could enforce.
When I,
There's not a wide range of things that are not already covered when it comes to traffic, already covered by the state code.
when I looked at the state code and we modeled our local ordinance off of it, we had seen Indiana Code 9-21-16-2, which I believe says that it requires, and I'm paraphrasing, is that it requires sufficient unobstructed width of the roadway for passage of other vehicles and a clear view of stopped vehicles from a distance of 200 feet in each direction. And that's an Indiana code that I believe that they're violating, not just the town ordinance. So we modeled our town ordinance after the Indiana code.
Maybe what we need to do is just call and talk to the sheriff's department.
If that's an Indiana code, there should be a penalty provision for it. And they should be able to enforce it. If it's an infraction, it's either a class A, B, or C infraction. They have fines that can be levied. I'm not, specifically familiar with that off the top of my head, but what was the statute again?
9-21-16-2.
That's gonna have these all memorized by the time we're done. Are you guys all done with vouchers?
No. We're not. I've not looked at those yet.
Okay, you can have them back, but extra right on them.
Unobstructed view, person stops. Person stops parked with vehicle of sufficient unobstructed width, stop vehicle distance 200 feet each direction. Okay. And whenever a police officer finds a vehicle standing upon highway violations, checked officer may require the person driving the vehicle, person in charge of the vehicle to move the vehicle. Person fails to remove, the officer may provide removal of the vehicle to the nearest available garage. Interesting.
Well, he's
Officer finds the vehicle unattended at the bridge causeway tunnel, yeah. Yeah, this already has remedies in here. So you can call the police and enforce this
That was our issue. Is
anywhere you want to do it.
Well, the sheriff told us that without an agreement with the town, they cannot do anything.
They will enforce the Indiana code on a highway, public highway.
Well, it's not on the main highway, it's on Harrison, or on Mill Street.
Okay, well, I'll certainly call and ask them about that if that's the case.
And the thing is, if they're asked to move it, just like he was saying, that they're asked to move a vehicle, one from the hydrant, and they put it right back there. They ask to move the truck, and he puts it right back there.
Yeah. And one of the issues that you have is obviously, you're a municipal entity, and you don't have a police
Marshal.
department or an officer or something. And I know Corona may be the same boat that you are. But yeah, without that may be the case that, in order for you to get enforcement of things, the sheriff's department may believe they need to act for service and maybe expecting payment. I don't know.
Well, that was what our agreement was to give them this area
Yeah.
for them to be able to have the guys stop here, work, do what they needed to do, use the restroom. Because we were told they didn't come around this area as much because they didn't have a place to go to the restroom, place to do their paperwork. So our agreement, do you have any idea where that agreement is for this?
Yeah, it's in our contract book. Do you want me to find it right now?
No, we'll find it though, but if it has anything in there about that they were going to do the ordinances, we need to get a copy back out to him.
So I had a follow-up question about that. It was my understanding that the town board had some enforcement authority around ordinances.
Yes, the town board has the ability to enforce ordinances and to levy a fine for a violation of a town ordinance.
All right, and so we modeled our town ordinance after that state statute. And so we should be able to, as a town board member, apply that same. No. Okay.
No.
Is that
You
a?
cannot.
That's what I'm asking.
You cannot, okay, let me give you an example. You want to collect the money for speed, so you establish a speed limit. And then you believe that you can't do that. Speed limits are controlled by state statute. You cannot do that. You cannot levy fines, sue people in small claims for violating speed limits. It's controlled by state statute. Just like this, what you just read.
Yeah.
It's state statute. So it has to be enforced. I mean, the remedy is, it has to be, unless it's.
I got follow-up.
If it says that a fine can be levied, there has to be a mechanism for the town to levy a fine. I haven't seen if there's a fine in there. It says the police officer can move it.
Right, and so No, we're not police officers. I do have a follow-up question around that, because when I was doing the research regarding this, I found a 2024, they updated the code for Indiana 36-5-7-1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. 2 is, 1 and 2 are the two that apply here, and that 1 says that it has to do with the application of town marshal. And it says it applies to all towns that have not abolished the office of the town marshal. And the next one, section 2, says that the town legislative body shall appoint a town marshal to fix the town marshal and fix the town's marshal's compensation. And other Indiana codes specify that the town marshal is a person that is legally a law enforcement officer per state statutes, meaning they can enforce any state law, county law, town law, whatnot, within their jurisdiction. It's my understanding that we have not abolished that office, and this is the first time I've seen that, we shall do this thing. So it's my assumption that, and this is why I'm asking you, is
You can do that. You can appoint a town marshal. There's no question about that. You can appoint a town marshal and have a town marshal. You could you could contract with a sheriff's deputy to act in that role.
that's what we're looking at.
And of course, the cost and payment of that could be, there could be substantial savings to that.
They've already received their training,
Yeah,
all that.
the town of Clear Lake, Indiana does that. There are other towns that do that, where they contract the sheriff deputy. The sheriff deputy then will come in and have jurisdiction and have hours and so forth.
Right, and so my question is since the statute says shall, it's not may or can, it says shall, does that mean that we have to, right?
You should, yes, shall we, you should do that.
Okay.
It has to be done. Yeah.
Can a motion put that on our agenda for our upcoming meeting?
To
To get an
Look for a-
agreement to have the VR marshal.
Marshall?
To initiate the process of appointing a town marshal. We need to specify compensation, we need to do all sorts of things associated with it.
We do
Aye.
have funds for lit, and that could be used for that because it's considered public safety.
Second,
Just throwing it out there. That can be used for police or marshal or.
I second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
If you would put that on. Next.
Yep.
Thank you very much. We'll be working on it.
Like the resource officer would be great.
Yeah, somebody who's already in town all the time would be great.
Thank you, ladies. You're welcome. I'll go in tomorrow and talk to them.
I make a motion that we accept the town board minutes from November 3rd, 2025.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now we're looking at vouchers. You still looking at them?
I'm still,
To banking. To the banking.
Okay. We're gonna do the general banking.
You're looking at 60, correct? General? I just want to make sure. I've heard.
Yep. You guys see have any questions on it?
I don't.
Zero? Okay.
no more questions.
Okay. I make a motion that we approve Bank Zero General in the amount of $641,883.65.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Will be the water. That hydrant fund's getting up there, isn't it?
Won't be after we start our water project.
You're right. They see anything in the water?
I did not see anything on the water.
You see anything in the water?
Blue one, I think it's up there.
Good. Okay. I make a motion that we accept the fund report for Bank Two, the water, in the amount of $223,701.15.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You guys were tied for a second.
Looking at the appropriation report.
I did review that already.
You did?
I didn't see it. I didn't see anything.
Looks good, okay. I make a motion that we accept the appropriations report from 9/1/25 to 9/30/25.
And mine says 10/1 through 10/31. Are you looking at a
You're
different
looking at
report?
your old one.
That's your old
Here.
report.
It's in mine.
Yeah, because you left your last piece of stuff in there, sorry.
Oh, I just read it all. I didn't know there was 2 weeks.
I see a big negative, I'll question it. But other than
You're getting close to seeing a bunch of negatives that are gonna have to be appropriated and transferred.
Transfers, yeah.
Yeah,
that, you just did it, they transferred.
it didn't automatically transfer anything this week, so.
Yeah.
That's why this is 0.
Huh?
That's why this is 0.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, payroll, or are you talking about? Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah, okay, well. All right. I make a motion that we accept the appropriations report from 10/1/2025 to 10/31/2025.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
I know that two of you have already gone over vouchers. Do you guys have any questions? I can start the definition.
My only one, I
Just
just
finished
finished
the
what we
water
talked about.
voucher.
Yeah.
You got to take care of, so.
Water voucher.
All good. All right, I make a motion that we accept the water vouchers in the amount of $17,336.48.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I'm gonna move ahead while you're doing that, to Millie's Cafe grand opening.
We're having our grand opening on Friday. We'd like to invite the board. It's going to be at 4 o'clock. You can see
Yep.
it on the
Yeah.
social this Friday. Put it on your social sites. We're going to offer a free chicken sandwich to everybody that comes in to eat dinner. We have barbecue chicken sandwich, or a peanut chicken sandwich, and we're also going to be doing a raffle for, I believe, a gift card.
Is it Millie's Diner or, I just want to check.
Millie's.
Just Millie's? Or
Millie's Diner.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm putting in the, okay, thank you. Okay,
And then, we're gonna be doing a ribbon cutting at 4 o'clock, and, Randy, as president of the board, do you have anything to say during the ribbon cutting? That'd be great.
Okay,
So,
I'll be there. Chicken sandwich? Free chicken sandwich? Yeah. Yes. Well, thank you very much.
it is 209 Washington Street, correct? I was trying to remember, I just want to make sure. Thank you.
All right. Wish you best of luck.
We've done a soft opening, it's been pretty good, so far. Just controllable hiccups. But beyond that, nothing that's not, anything that we already don't know about.
Take it from a guy that ran that for 4 years. You'll have hiccups. From food not showing up to cooks not showing up. All right. I did also want to talk about the DeKalb County Youth League. Like I told you guys, he had called, talked to me about one Sunday a month. That's for all of DeKalb County youth. That means there'll be a sponsor from Butler, from DeKalb, from Auburn, from Garrett. They'll all be coming down here to a meeting to see our nice little town. I think it'd be a good thing to have. I sent that text to you guys with Andy to see how many times we run it on Sundays. It's not a overabundance. Over Friday,
It's not very
Saturday.
many Sundays, but it's,
So, I think it'd be an asset. One, like Zeb had put, we're getting more people in here to see the hall, which might be,
We put more renters.
yeah, more renters, more hearsay of how the hall is. Because I think we have a nice little hall. I really do.
while you're talking about that, I completely face committed it, but, our cleaning lady would like to know if once, like, the holidays settle down, if she is allowed to redo the countertops in there with paper so they're not the bright orange. Does anybody have any problems with that?
No, we've been talking about doing that for.
Okay, she had
A few
asked
years.
me, and I told her that I would bring it up for this meeting, but I meant to put it on the agenda, but I forgot.
Yeah.
So, as nobody
it'll
has
go
any
on.
issues with it, but I've redid mine in my kitchen, they're pretty cheap,
Yeah.
comparable wise, and I think it would make a big difference.
Yeah, me too. You guys are okay with that
It's
too?
the DeKalb County Youth
No
League,
concerns.
what sport, or is it just in
It's,
general?
no, it's for baseball.
Okay, I just want to make sure I got it.
And really, at the same time, that he's part of the Riverdale Youth League. And what he said is he would have the DeKalb County one, and right after it, the hour-long one will be for Riverdale Youth League. So it's kind of like taking care of two of them. So, but I make a motion that we let them have it for one Sunday a month, and I'll ask you to predate for the clerk, so that way all the dates are in there, so she can schedule around it as far as waiting for him on Sundays, having all the other Sundays on.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you, guys. Anytime we can get anybody from the rest of DeKalb County down here, it's a good thing, I think.
Are you guys open on Sunday?
Yes, 8 to.
There you go. Might have more business.
Having a restaurant open on Sunday is good, especially walking distance
Yeah.
in the summer.
Yes. Really kind of got his undivided attention as far as the zoning ordinance review.
Really, you're just, I
I,
just need you guys,
I
he's
would-
already completely reviewed.
I've reviewed it. It's, currently at the state of an outline.
Yes.
This is not,
Okay.
it's not,
anything
No, it's
that-
not
okay.
something that we, yeah.
we're making sure that we have all the major elements that we need. And we're currently doing comparisons with existing DeKalb County activities, the towns within DeKalb County and the neighboring counties as well. And doing research as to what strong, towns that are our size, that are growing, are doing for their ordinances, so that we can replicate a success strategy and not death strategy.
Okay, all right. As far as you guys that came in, I wanted you to know that we did do all the research. We do have all the address of all the people in the area. So as soon as anything is happening, we're going to be sending it out to everybody. Okay? That's a promise that we had made and we really hadn't stuck to it.
There wasn't a whole lot of information to share.
Right, so as far as when these start moving along a little bit more, we get a board, that information will go out to everybody in the area. So that way they know the contacts, they know who's on the board, they know what's going on. Okay.
Also, I did talk to Jamie at the post office and he, was explaining to me how to.
Mass mailers.
Yeah,
Okay.
how to do them, so.
Talk to me about that as well.
Good.
Did he talk to you about it or I talked to you about it?
Yeah, he talked to me about it as well, the mass mailers. I think it's a great idea that we do a mass mailer since we have something that can fill a whole sheet of paper.
Oh, I agree.
Okay. So, what do we have next, guys? I guess I'll put it out here. Does anybody have anything on the floor?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have talked about it yet or not, but I know you and I talked about where I'm parking the trucks.
Yes, and I let, them know that you had the orange, and we talked about the stop sign where it's
I
at.
want to clarify something, I've been there 13 years now, I've never had any problem until this new neighbor moved in. And when I made it known that she had to do her setback on the fence, that's when this whole problem arose. Instead of her fence setting right on the property line where she wanted it, it got moved back, got moved back to 2 foot, and that's when all these problems started.
Well, we had talked a few times before about the weight limit on the road, putting that there. We also had talked about the size of your parking area there. I know you had to park it real close to the garage in order to get it far enough.
But I am within the setbacks.
Well, what is the ordinance that you had read? I'm sorry.
I printed it off.
Did you? Okay.
The state code is on
Nine
Yeah, the
twenty-one
state.
16-2.
Yeah,
And I know there is a state law somewhere. I gotta
yes,
find it.
it's 9-21-16-2. And it
Let me
says,
finish.
it says
If I
200 feet.
live on a street in a town, I'm allowed to park on the road or next to it in the driveway.
There's a town ordinance that specifically prohibits,
But I was there before this town ordinance went into effect.
your car wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It's,
This town ordinance you guys took into effect did not start until here recently.
I know, but you move your car every day.
It don't matter. I still live there. I've been here 13 years. And this new ordinance you put in went into effect after I've lived there.
We'll look into it. Eric's supposed to get with, the county sheriff, talk to him. We're gonna look further into the ordinance, see exactly what is legal, what is not legal.
It is 921-16-2, which is, traffic regulation of obstructed passage of vehicles in clear view of stopped vehicles. It reads, a person who stops, parks, or leaves a vehicle shall leave sufficient unobstructed width of the roadway opposite of the vehicle for free passage of other vehicles and clear view of the stopped vehicle from a distance of 200 feet each direction upon the highway.
Okay.
So,
But just like you and I talked, that stop sign is set way back too far
Yep.
from the intersection, which it does need moved up.
And like I let these guys know, that's something we need to look at.
And
Because
that's
it
why I'm
is.
here to discuss this, because you and I had this discussion, and that's why I'm up here. Sorry I'm late. I got here as quick as I could. But,
Yeah,
so.
we talked about that, and that, even without your vehicle not being there, that stop sign being that far back is not.
Correct. And pretty much anymore, the only one that's sitting there is my auto loader, which is just like a pickup. That's all it is. 9 times out of 10, the regular tow trucks aren't there anymore because my drivers have them, and they all live outside of town.
To ask a question.
Yes.
Instead of moving the stop sign, if we move them, talk about it, just a couple feet back. I know we place signs, on the railroad, isn't that there? What if we just put it right there? The spaces on the other side of the road.
You mean right in
Have to paint like a
Right in the
line or
center of the
something?
road?
And then that's just what this one's doing too. This is the exact same spot.
Then put a white line,
Yeah.
put a white line
Yeah,
there.
because if we did that, we'd have to
Just
put
for-
some kind of paint marking so
So
that.
then we don't have to worry about moving the sign, within somebody that doesn't want to move in their yard.
Right.
Or,
Just hold it and put a white line on your concrete there at your distance that you have it.
We'd have to read it and see if that's the legal way of doing it, but,
That's just like when Randy and I looked at where a sign should technically be, you can actually look right down the street, all the way down to the end, and it completely bypasses my trucks.
if it's
Now,
far
I
enough
even
over.
had a regular tow truck sitting there when he stopped that day. It wasn't my auto loader.
And I told him, you showed me the orange 30-foot
Because if you guys want to get technical about that over 30 foot, I can't even park in my driveway. Just like she shouldn't be parking in her driveway because of the sidewalk. Because that 30 foot goes halfway into my driveway in front of my barn, my garage. Where I stop sign sitting right now.
Well, Ben, like I said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna see the legalities of it and how it is worded in our ordinance. And we might call you up here for another, put you on the agenda for another talk about what's legal, what's not legal. Okay?
That's fine, just let me know when I'm.
Yep,
I'll make it a point to be here.
all right.
So,
We will let you know. That's,
yeah, I just wanted to make sure it's all covered, what you and I talked about, and what we saw, that can rectify a lot of this issue.
Yep. All right. Like I said, when we get to the point and we find out what the legal thing is, we'll call you back up here and we'll all talk about it. All right?
All right.
Thank you.
You realize it's a safety thing, that's what people are worried about though, right?
But I've been here 13 years, the only other person that complained was Bonnie's sister, and she don't even live in this town.
Just, I remember when someone ran a stop arm at your kid's spot. You were mad as could be, right? So, I'm just saying, there's a ton of kids over there.
Oh, yeah.
So, if somebody was to get hit and it was your kids, you'd be so mad. Other people are gonna be mad too, that's all we're saying, is when they see it run.
But if you move the stop sign forward, like Randy and I talked about, you can
Okay.
actually see around the trucks.
But,
So,
that's what we're thinking about.
and I understand that.
Okay.
I do, but none of this even got really brought up until she moved in next door to us.
I don't
In
know.
some ways,
But
it's good she did in the fact that we're researching it and seeing if it's safe. So,
Because I've had nothing but problems out of her since she's moved in there. So,
okay. Like I said, once we figure it out, we'll get a hold of you and have you come up and we'll all talk. One of our meetings. Before I go anyplace else, sorry, I make a motion that we accept the general town vouchers in the amount of $33,986.68.
Second motion.
All in favor?
I'm so proud of you, I didn't even have to plug you.
Wow, I had them. Yes.
Leaf pickup is gonna have to be postponed, have to put the starter on it really fast. So, the next in, which is supposed to be Thursday, don't know what time, we'll do it. We'll be good,
Okay.
so.
All right, can we put that on the,
Yeah, I can shoot an email over to Carrie, yep.
okay, and then, we can put it on Facebook. If it's all through. We don't know how long?
It's supposed to be on Thursday, but I don't know what time that the starter's supposed to be in.
Okay.
So if it's gonna be in the morning, we'll do it Thursday, if not, then probably Thursday, Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Is there something you want on the website or just on Facebook? Because we don't normally put leaf pickup on the website.
Yeah, let's
because it's-
just do it on Facebook, and then who's got the St. Joe community? If there's
I can
anybody,
just share what she posts
Okay.
to it.
because that's the other one a lot of people look
Right.
at.
I think they like the Monday, it gives them the weekend to do it. For a couple of weeks.
That's true.
Are you switching days?
Well,
Are
he's
you
talking,
just doing Wednesday? Is that just something like came up with? I just double check and I didn't miss something.
no, he's saying that if the part doesn't
That's just
come
when
in.
you've done it. I mean, they still have the weekend to do it, Wednesday to Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
On the fence deal, ordinance, why do you guys have a people set?
Because that's the way the ordinance is, I don't know.
almost every town in this county has people back.
I'm just saying,
Now, if your neighbor agrees to it, you can put it directly on the line, but you have to have a sign.
a lot of towns do 6 inches off the property line.
No, so
Ours is too,
Because
we have sewer,
without any-
yeah, we have sewer and drainage lines running on property lines, for a lot of the properties. And so for consistency's sake, I think that's why it was.
That's us.
But, as I said, it's pretty common as far as a setback. And I know that, you can have, shared firewalls between, buildings in certain types of, zoned areas. So R1 is generally a single family home, but, mixed usage or a multifamily or a multi-dwelling home, usually allows for an agreement with your neighbor to have that firewall be on the line. generally how it's done, not just in Indiana or a DeKalb County specific thing.
Thank you. Thank you for that question.
It was a good question.
Well, I just was hoping for those funds. And it just seems like if you got a writing lawnmower, you have to buy a 2-foot mower. And I think it's something that needs to be brought up.
It would be a 4-foot mower because your neighbor would also have their setback 2 feet.
Let's
No, well, they only have permission on 2 foot.
see,
You can't get permission to be on somebody else's property.
Right now-
I
right
don't
now
know
I
any
can't-
neighbors are gonna refuse you mowing their lawn though.
my neighbor is right on,
Oh, you can always weed whack too.
has been for the last 35 years.
Like on his, the sewer don't run anywhere near the boundary. It runs right up the center of the yard, through the center of the other property, all the way down to the trailer, turns it goes, there's no fence in that area. Now, I'm not saying that might not be over here, but
Yeah.
it's not a utility. It's not a utility setback.
I'm just saying there's some of our old fences that are on the line because they were allowed to. My neighbor's on the line. If I set mine back 2 feet, it would be a little in between, all the way from the front, all the way to the back.
Mhm.
Instead of me putting it right on the line next to theirs.
Who brought that up? Remember when Allison was court, that got brought up back then, that's probably 10 or 12 years ago.
Yeah.
That's when it changed to 2 foot.
Because it was a mowing thing.
Yeah.
But,
I've researched some of the other towns. There's a lot of 2 to 6 inches.
but that's, you gotta get in on a weed whack. Any other questions? I'll make a better drawing, but I would like you guys to know that, my wife said,
You're not a good artist.
Which is why I gave him the printout.
This
of
is my
his
house.
property.
okay, this is where our fence used to be back in the, early 2000s.
Do you have a
And
picture?
then we moved it all the way around the front. Now she does not want it in the front, so I gotta take all these and all the posts out and move it back to here. Okay, back where it used to be. This is where my neighbor's fence is.
What are we looking at on here? Is that this part right
This
here?
is his house. This is the part right
This is
here.
Jefferson, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
where this light line, all the way across, is
I wanna
his.
go,
So he wants
here.
to take out this that's existing
All
and
right.
close off the back.
Right, you're getting rid of your front fence. is what you're saying.
yes,
And putting a back section to close off the dogs not to get out.
right.
Okay. And that being a back fence, it's not subject to the front fence height requirement that is behind your house.
Right, it'll just be the same as what these are for.
Yes,
These are
your
the
back
talls
fences, yeah,
because they go down.
yeah,
This is still up on the high point.
okay.
High part of it, so it'll still be 4 foot. This is a better picture.
All right, so,
And they call it Picasso now, come on, anyway.
well, I mean, when you put the two drawings together, I mean, you can see what that volume means.
So I'm asking if the board would allow me to move my fence back to where it was.
I'm gonna say no.
If you did, my wife would be up here.
Yeah, she can come up here and I'm gonna say, I didn't say no.
So,
What's your address?
so
603.
I make a motion that, we allow the drawn, picture, as far as fence, for his backyard fence, be enclosed in that manner at 209 School Street.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you guys very much. Put that in the minutes.
Yes, I will put that
Just
in.
message her and tell her you still say no.
Mission.
Don't. I don't want to go home to that. Anyway. Oh, and
Keep
you,
watching.
you give me green. I could have made grass. Anyway.
I did, I was trying to provide you with.
Do you have anything to say?
He's too busy. I want to, have Corey or Sam do the smoke thing, so we can figure out what's happening with the sewer lines over here.
Cause it stinks.
Because it
to
stinks and
high
a lot of
heaven.
people are complaining and.
Are the sewer and the drainage lines mixed like Butler was?
I don't know why you're looking at me, I have no
But it's only
idea.
on this side.
It's
have your
only on
parents-
this side of town and this office.
Have your
Uh,
parents complained?
My wife was there to assist with some cleaning, and they said that
So
there's
it's
lots
both
of
sides.
gases.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'd like to test and see if there's, what's going on.
Not much that we deal with personally, we haven't had the sewer department involved, I had talked with Harry a while ago about him and I getting together and using his machine and trying to smoke the lines to see if we can see if there's anything abnormal.
But-
And.
Mr. Reinhardt, did you get on the sewer board?
I am.
Is it just in that capacity, I realize you can't approve or anything. Who are the right people to talk to make that request?
I assume it would be Harry Riley, like he mentioned that was his
But he said he's too busy right now,
superintendent
obviously,
or whatever.
but
Okay.
one resident says, like, it wakes her up in the middle of the night, it's always in her dryer, she cannot leave clothes in there, like, it's bad at her house, I guess.
In her dryer?
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
bad.
She came to school and said, I smell it, can you smell this? And I'm like, no, I don't. And I knew what she meant because I've smelled it in here, so I was like, no, you smell fine. They've spent over a couple-
Residual in our house that they pulled out or whatever.
But they spent a couple $1,000 and had
Dryers don't
two,
normally get heat
three
traps, do they?
different,
No.
plumbers and everything to come and check it out, but they
When
can
Char
find it.
had that issue, she actually had a.
She had a hole.
Well, that's what he was telling me, and I mentioned that, but she said they've checked.
No, they have, and we've done the same thing here, I mean, we've come in the
Yes.
mornings and
Mhm.
my whole office is
Terrible.
like, and we had all of ours rewired, redone, and all our bathrooms and had everything, and it didn't make any difference. Like, for 2 days it was smelled good, and then I was like, okay. So, but it's Whitney Street.
Right.
It is Whitney Street.
Yes.
My kids complain about it all the time at their house. My dad has the same issue. And it's this
just
side
worried.
of Whitney
Yes.
Street.
But I'm
It's
worried
down
if
this
it's-
sidewalk. I don't know why.
So when is the next sewer board meeting?
Tomorrow evening.
Okay.
Angie, didn't you have the issue that there was wax ring missing or something out of the one in here?
No, the
That's a
when the state board was using it and, it broke, they replaced the wax ring.
Is there any chance? one
But
of
that
you guys
didn't
will
have
be able
anything to do
make
with
six
smell. That was just,
I got,
I had something
what time?
a while ago.
What time?
that is really bad first thing in the morning.
Community.
I usually like
think so.
open that door and open that back door.
I'm driving the bus to that.
What time?
6.
Tomorrow? Are you talking about for the sewer? meeting? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Missed it.
I can do that.
Okay.
It's, Spencerville Community Building, right?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Also, there's another dead tree at the cemetery.
The big
I
huge
got
one,
that,
yeah, the big huge one, we talked about it.
In the back.
Yeah, in the back on the J block.
Yeah,
So it's totally dead.
so if it falls, it's gonna cost us some money.
Yeah.
For Riverdale's outdoor classrooms, can we just leave it, like, take it down, but leave it? So,
So they can check out the dead wood?
correct, or like if we cut it in pieces, they can,
Check
Like,
it.
this is just what the teacher asked me to.
Yeah.
See if they can manipulate some of the wood, it's like, I don't know,
Yeah, we could leave it for a period of time.
just for a little
And
Like,
while.
just move it off to the side or something and let them, I don't see any issue with that.
For when, like right now, like nothing's growing, we don't have to mow over there, or you're talking for springtime?
They're still going out right now, but I don't know how, they don't go in the winter, but
No,
Because I
so
think Randy's
I think it
talking
kind of
about-
depends on when we're taking it down and such too, right? Like, I don't want it to be in your way, but,
Yeah, we have a few people that said they want the wood. So we wouldn't have cleanup. We take it down, but they'd be able to take the wood. Thing is, if we have a timeline to where we take it down,
mhm,
3 weeks, take the wood.
okay.
I mean, is Sam still thinking we can get that done?
We're trying to get it done? Are you sure we can get that one done?
The big dead one. that's out
Was,
in the
was that the
middle.
one that was overhanging a bunch of, gravestones?
Yes,
No.
That one's already down.
That was already done.
over there.
Yeah,
on
that
the
one's
corner.
It's
already
over where the one side is,
It's in the J block.
it's towards the school.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
But
There's
she-
no tombstones around it at all. In fact, if it fell, it wouldn't hit any tree, wouldn't it? Fell it this way?
It wouldn't hurt anything if it fell,
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
maybe a squirrel.
we don't want it to fall, just for the record,
Yeah.
but, like liability wise, but.
Now, if you want to get a professional to take it down, we can do that. Look for a price for that. They wouldn't have to take the wood or anything, they'd just fall it.
That didn't do us
That's it.
any favors last year.
Huh?
That did not do us any favors last year.
But if we pay Corey, he's technically a professional.
With that one being,
You don't do that anymore, do you?
Thinking soon?
Or wherever you want it.
Or
That's
later?
what I figured. Maybe you could be over there while we do it and. Little guy goes.
Helping me do it.
Because him and his dad used to do trees.
And I don't have to carry the insurance, but I have no problem helping you guys, drop, just fall a tree.
Okay,
Are you thinking soon?
Huh?
Are you thinking soon? Or
That's-
do you want me?
that's what I was thinking because we're not putting a fence up.
Why not?
You guys
We're still having problems getting the exact location of the,
is your phone working?
huh?
Is your phone working?
Yeah, it's yours.
Good.
It's yours.
Could you call me?
Couple of times.
It's like your phone's not-
The only thing I got from you was, no, I'm not leaving my name, no, I'm not leaving my number, and I'm not leaving you a message.
As Morning leaves me, he just shoots me a text message.
So anyways.
That's what he said.
It's weird when I like it, I laugh.
Anyway,
So, we didn't locate the one that we actually need. I think that's the one heading that sideways. But with those, measurements that you gave us,
Yeah.
I was able to find the one over by the river,
yeah,
measured off that 227 feet.
okay,
And that puts us right in line with the one that's closer to that dead tree that we're talking about.
okay, yeah.
Taking down at the same time. Pretty close to that, so pretty sure we're close, but we still need to be survey close, so we're not just putting it up. But we also did find a bunch of other stakes because we plotted, so we found all those, plot survey stakes too, so.
Yeah, well, it's got an L, so they plotted over here. and-
But if you go over there, I put stakes in each one where all the, the wood stakes, and I marked it. so-
Well, I'm trying to get the actual coordinates, like you had talked about, for that survey. And if I can get that, we can go exactly where that's at and start.
So, once, I told you when we talked about that, they have $50,000 to $100,000 machines that can go to a point. Ours was not that, so it could still
Be off a little. I don't want to pay for a survey.
be accurate and be really accurate is what we need.
How accurate do we need to be?
Well, if we're
So our
gonna be putting it on the
cemetery, right?
property line,
It's next to the school. I mean, school property, but one way or the other.
So maybe we just need
You
to have
didn't
a
say that.
conversation with them and say, hey, this is where we think it is. If we're, well, do you have a?
You want me to do that too?
Well, I mean, if you could start the conversation, yeah. I mean,
that property line does run right beside the greenway to,
yeah, our backside,
just right next to it.
Yeah.
So, about where that poop sign is for the dogs, it runs like
right on it. All right, thank you. If you could, once you find anything out, if you could text her, we can
Yeah.
start.
Okay.
Talking about it.
I can go in tomorrow.
Wanted to touch base again on if you guys got heard anything about the Wi-Fi, for the places. And also, did we touch base with the state about being able to move those signs to the approach this week where you can see them pull up?
I have, called into Nate still.
And I put in a ticket online, but I haven't heard anything back. I just submitted a ticket for you that night at the meeting. And then we signed the contract for WatchNet, so I will call them and follow up on it. But I don't know if that was the last meeting that we went through that, I don't even.
Yeah, okay.
But, let me follow up with them because, yeah,
Then if you could do a quick.
I need to know if I need to have them call to set it up or what needs to be happening, because I don't know.
We're trying to run a credit card machine and it's, we have no Wi-Fi. So it's kind of,
It's gonna be very hard.
yeah, and not everybody, nobody has cash in So,
You're right, you're right.
I go to the window and stick my phone in the window and I'm trying
That's not fun.
Can you pick up the town Wi-Fi?
there's no
to
signal.
No, you don't
No,
have to walk over here.
yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
sure.
Look here.
Go outside with a credit card.
They might not like that.
Did you have anything, sir? Well, thank everybody for coming out and, have a good couple of weeks and we'll see you back here.
I have to make a motion.
I was going to that point. I make a motion, we adjourn this meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
All righty.